Monsanto, we know that your aim is to feed the world and that that's what you really want to do. And I mean, that sounds like a really good goal. However, if you take a gene from a bacteria and put that into another food like corn to create genetically modified corn, then you have a series of genes that have never been exposed to humans before. And on the one hand, you have now created something that you can patent and you can sell as your seeds. But on the other hand, you're saying that there's no difference between normal corn and genetically modified corn, and that's why they're safe for humans. But the reality is that unless you've done a study over like 40, 50 years with people eating these products, then you have no idea whether they're safe. There's no research right now to show that genetically modified foods are safe. None at all. Because there's been no research done in humans over 30, 40, 50 years, which is what would be required in order for it to be seen as safe. However, there is, on the other hand, plenty of other research showing that there's all kinds of issues that genetically modified food could potentially create. And you only have to look at America, where they've got loads of, genetically modified foods or products everywhere now. And doctors and dietitians are prescribing organic diets to help people who've got allergies and autoimmune diseases and a whole range of other things, where when they go off genetically modified food onto an organic diet, their issues disappear. So you can't say that it does nothing. Genetically modified food is a bad idea. You don't need science to tell you that it's a bad idea. You only need common sense to tell you that it's a bad idea. You can't take a gene from one organism and put it into another. This would never happen in nature. There's all kinds of hybrids that happen, and that could happen in nature, but genetically modified food could never, ever happen in nature. It only happens because of something that people do. If in 50 years' time we discover that it was like the worst idea ever, which we know right now anyway, but if that's how long it's going to take, and then we'll discover that it's the worst idea ever, and then what can we do about it then? There's so many other ways that we could grow food that doesn't require genetically modified food. So many other ways that we could feed the world without genetically modified food. I mean, we could have fruit trees in the streets. It could be free food, And what about like aquaponics and things like that, where you can have the fish underneath the food, and you only need tiny amounts of water to grow loads of food, and you grow fish at the same time. And there has to be a better way. People are smart. We can come up with better ideas.